Attention all Ringside beer fans, it's your boy Jay Smooth, and I'm welcoming everybody back, and I'm here with the fellas.
Hey, what's up, guys? Episode 52 of the Ringside Beer Show. We are back. The whole crew's back. We're excited. There's so much Ringside Beer news and updates we want to get, you guys informed with. Such a great weekend of fights. Oh, my God. I feel like I've been spoiled. It's my early Christmas present,
Here's my early Christmas present.
There we go.
Early birthday present.
I know. Early birthday present, too, man.
Early birthday present.
Dude,
That's
my birthday's
right.
on Sunday coming up, so.
Damn,
Well,
you
this
old.
first sip is for you, my boy.
There we go. Sip away, my brother.
You're old.
We have Hector here. Went Super Saiyan up in this piece.
Saiyan's pride is everything.
My kids already gave him a nickname. They called you Pikachu.
Oh.
That's because you don't teach them.
Dude, they
The
know about
anime world.
They know about Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, but there's more than Vegeta would have been a way better.
No,
name.
they saw you like, hey, Pikachu.
No.
And they're like, what's
Yeah, that's your fault. You're a bad father for not
what are
teaching
you talking
them more about
about?
anime.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna have my kid just go.
You know how many
Quiet, Pikachu.
How many-
Charizard? Right
how many
now.
blonde characters there are in anime world? Tons.
Anyways,
I think Alex is protecting his kids from that world. Because you can only try to go Super Saiyan. I've tried, doesn't work.
yeah, it gets you into trouble, man. But yeah, no, I dig the hair, man. It's for real though.
I do love it as a blonde.
Dude, a lot of updates from Ringside Beer. We just had a fantastic weekend,
Man.
or the past weekend. We were up
Yeah.
in Vegas, Las Vegas, for the National Beer
Wholesalers
Association.
Yes,
I wasn't
sir.
invited.
Crazy. Well, dude, I'm just saying we're the OGs.
First of all, you got to understand, it takes a lot of money in order for those types of things to happen.
Yes.
That's the unfortunate thing,
the tickets were not cheap whatsoever. It was
Playing blackjack in Vegas is not cheap.
dude.
Oh.
We were going all in. I was like, oh my god,
You
dude.
guys betted in Vegas.
Yeah, I was wild.
We try to replicate the Morongo trip up in Vegas, and we're like, nope. Vegas said, shut it down real quick, bro.
Yep.
But great food. The event was just awesome, man. We have some photos to show you guys. Like this was one that Jason took, and it's me with the open rings with all the comments, and we had the what was it? The backdrop.
Hey,
Backdrop,
man.
yes,
How come
sir.
you have a flight jacket on?
Dude, so this is the dope story behind this jacket. Russ told me that Andy, before he passed, made this jacket and wanted to give it to me for the show.
That's a dope jacket.
It's dope, right?
That
So
is
actually,
dope.
at the actual convention, Russ gave that present to him, and it was actually like, it was like a really how do I say it, monumental like experience, man.
Yeah.
It just was the Kickstarter to an absolutely great time.
Yeah.
And although it was work, I couldn't see myself doing anything else on that day
Dude,
at that time. It was the
It
best.
didn't even feel like work, dude. It felt like you just. That's what we've been working towards this whole time, like dude, the graphics and just how we were talking to everybody there. It felt like you were in prime smooth. You know what I'm saying? You were like just selling the beer and talking to everybody, and they're like, "Oh, how did you guys come to? How did this all come together?"
Yeah.
And he's all, "Let me introduce you to the guy then, the creative guy." So we went into it. It was really cool, and it just came really organic. There were so many cool people there, and I'm gonna show some slides of some of the people we met. Here's a picture. I forgot the girls' names.
Yeah,
But
me too.
the girl on the left, the one in the green sweater, she was kind of like walking around back and forth, and she kind of just like stopped, and we're like, "Hey, you look a little thirsty. You want to have some Ringside beer?" So she's just like, "Hey, tell us all about you, right?" And the more and more, she's asking questions, and it was cool because you could feel like fight fans on the second day. You could feel the fight fans coming to Ringside Beer.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, her cousin was married to Ryan Bader." She's like, "Do you guys know
Cousin, sister,
something
something
like that, right?"
Mm.
And she's like, "Do you guys know who Ryan Bader is?" And we're like, "Oh, light heavyweight champion of the Bellator? Yes, of course you know." It's and it was just like, dude, it was just natural. Just came so easy to conversate with fans that got the brand. Like it was like they understand the tap handle ideas. Like they were shocked that they're not already at the bars. Like that's what we're
at the
saying.
bars,
right?
at the we'll mention a couple places where they are at, but on the grand scale, I mean, everybody's seen the vision, the tap handles, the beer. It just inquired the right type of people. You know, it was awesome, man.
Yeah, and here's another guy. I remember his name. He is Lou. He came back twice to get some Ringside beer. Yeah. First day and the second day. And he was just like, dude, he's trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if I remember correctly. And he was just one of the young guys there because there's a lot of, older gentlemen there.
Yeah.
A lot of
I call them
businessmen.
established.
Established, yes.
Let's use that word there, brother. They've been
That's the best word you can put.
yeah,
Yeah.
established.
That's a
They've
great word.
earned that position.
There you
So, this is our demographic: young guys that know where the sport of MMA is going, the sport of boxing. It's still going to be worldwide. I mean, especially MMA. That thing's taking off like everywhere now, right?
Yeah, it's definitely expected to be the biggest sport of all time. I mean, at least in our opinion.
Yeah, just meeting a bunch of cool guys. This guy's really cool. His son was a hustler, man. He was selling his dad's product left and right, his business, right?
I mean, when you're when you're in an environment with some hustlers, you gotta step up. You gotta adapt. You gotta survive.
Dude, I give him credit though, man. He was like, "Hey, can I scan your badge? Can I scan your badge? Can I scan your badge?"
No, it was awesome, man. It was real humbling because you see, like, you're in a fish tank, you know what I'm saying, and you're amongst some sharks, and you know everybody's out there, and they all have an acquired skill, and they do it really well. So it was awesome, man. When when the game is elevated, you just perform, baby.
And not only that, it was really cool. Some of the comments that they were getting feedback from the convention. There it goes. There goes the set falling apart, right? There goes. But anyways,
We're going to keep it rolling.
there we go. Keep it rolling,
I was
bro.
waiting for that to go.
They were saying like, "Hey, man, it's crazy that this idea is so simple. I'm surprised no one thought of it yet." And we're like, you know what? It's awesome.
That's crazy.
They might have even tried to think about it, but as soon as you try to even get stuff going, there's just going to be that one letter. I'm sure everybody's heard it called a cease and desist.
Yes.
And, unfortunately, that can only remain thoughts and dreams. But
and to add to that, one of the gentlemen, I remember him saying that he's like, dude, you guys are going to blow up within 5 years. Like, this is going to be huge.
yeah, I can honestly say I feel the same way. The people that were involved in talking to us, it seemed like they can recognize that this is something that's like absolutely big and can be huge. And it was just reassuring to know, like, hey, guys, we're at the right place, the right time, around the right people. Excuse me, cannot talk today. And I swear it's not the Ringside beer, I promise. It's my first one. It's my first one. But, yeah, with all that being said, man, it was such an awesome experience. Can't wait to do it again and again and again, and can't wait to inform everybody about the Ringside beer and the brand and the content and the product.
Dude, and not only that, let me share this story too with Hector. Me and Jason, was it the first night there where we were walking with our Ringside beer shirts?
Yes, sir.
So first night there, we're walking like the strip, not so far away from the Caesar's Palace, and I come across the social media manager for the UFC. I want to say he's the former one. I'm not 100% sure if he still is.
Oh, wow.
But he was walking by me and he looks at me and I just recognize him because I've seen him all over the UFC social media accounts.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, looks at our shirts, and he turns to whoever he's walking with. He's like, "Those are the Ringside beer guys." I'm like, dude, they already know about us. You know?
Yeah, we kind of looked at each other like, you heard that?
Yeah, we heard that. I was like, am I tripping? Did I hear that? I was like, they already
That's
know,
funny.
dude. It was actually kind of like surreal. Just the moment is like, dude, we've been working hard at this, and now it's you seeing the fruits of the labor. It's starting to blossom. You're seeing the seed already starting to sprout. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
spring season, baby.
Yes.
There you go.
But some Ringside beer updates for some of the accounts. Evie's Tavern and Grill is having $5 pints all month long of October.
Did you say all month long?
All month long.
Sup with it?
So they're giving $5 beers, dude. Okay, you're giving me weird looks. All right. So they gave during this weekend, during the Fury versus Wilder 3 fight, they gave away a free mini fridge to anybody that was buying Ringside beer, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty
I
awesome.
want
dude.
that mini fridge.
I know, right? I thought it was really cool. It's just like a simple gift you can give out to a bunch of fans. I'm like, drink some beer.
And it's a
Ringside
one of
beer.
one. It's a one of one.
Exactly.
To be
One of
honest.
one. But we want to touch on some of the locations that you can go to in downtown Sarasota, Florida. We have McGrath's Irish Ale House. We have Evie's Tavern and Grill. We have food and beer, 3 separate locations. And if you are in downtown Sarasota, Florida, you can order online at Total Wines and More, and they will deliver to you.
How awesome is that, dude? Like, Ringside beer to your door. Florida, you got it made.
Seriously,
I hope
right
y'all
now.
understand.
Florida's
I hope y'all
popping.
understand.
Florida's popping, man. They're doing everything right. There's definitely way more accounts. We're gonna announce more accounts as the episodes go, but these are I want to say the 4 main ones right now, and then we'll go on to the other ones.
Yeah, just keep your eye out because Ringside beer will be in your city sometime soon.
Oh yes,
There you go.
Get ready, guys. All right, now let's start the Ringside Beer the Ringside Beer Show with some current events, some MMA and boxing current events. So some of the stuff that happened over the week. First one, Holly Holm injured out of UFC main event, which was she was supposed to be headlining UFC
268?
No. Was it 268 or was it this weekend, the October 16th card?
I am unsure, as I'm a bit rusty, guys, and I'm looking forward to the comments, too.
I know, they're going to be like a bunch of casuals. You guys didn't do your research. Like, dude, all right, give us a break. We had about a month plus off.
Where we were actually occupied and, like, had other engagements.
Oh, that's right.
Obligations.
You got married. So we're the whole month off of September. You got married. I got shmorshma. You know, I can't really say it before we get flagged on YouTube for little baby ears over there. But, you know, beat it in 3 days, and I was good, man. So,
Only the strong survive.
and
and this past month put everybody through the trials. But look at where we're at now. Ringside Beer blossoming, taking off. And now we get to sit back and watch these fights. So let's get back to Holly Holm being injured.
Yes.
I'm a bit bummed, man. She's a little too far along and long tooth in the career for her to be getting injured. I feel it's concerning. Excuse me. And I feel it's concerning because when you get to a certain point and you've had so many fights, the more hurt you get, the less durable you are, right? So I'm just a bit concerned as to what Holly Holm does moving forward.
Yeah, I was pointing at Hector, be like, "Yo, can you look up what she got injured for or whatever?" No, I don't think she's like long in the tooth or anything. I just think freak accidents happen. I just think there's just freak accidents, man, dude.
You don't think Holly Holm is long in the tooth?
No, man. What rank is she in right now? Like she's top what? She's still top 10.
It's a knee injury.
It's a knee injury.
Knee injury.
Okay.
If we're given these,
Thank you, Hector.
If we're given these hypotheticals, bro, to me, she's a dog with a tooth, and it's extremely long.
Nah,
I'm telling
man.
you.
Nah,
She's been in some street fights.
Well, she's been in some wars, but I'm just saying, I still think she's definitely still top 10, dude. There's not, and this injury is probably just some freak accident.
Okay, but let's explain that. Is this her top 10 in that division? Is that full of stacked, top hot contenders? I might beg to differ. I mean, you might have 3 solid. I don't know, brother.
Bro, it's been a while. You've been out of the game, of the UFC game for a hot minute, bro.
This is all I got to say. If it ain't Shevchenko and if it ain't Valentina Nunez, all these other chicks are still fighting for that recognition. Holly Holm she's conquered, and she's gone.
She is.
And I'm concerned that at this point in time, when she's long in the tooth, she's getting injured is not good.
I still love
another one.
Another one. DJ Kelly just dropping the set right now.
I feel like her and Conor McGregor in the same boat. You don't want to keep getting hurt. I mean, you might be done.
She is 39,
She's
going
39.
on 40.
But dude, she's still up there though.
But in the sport like that 39 is like 50 because of all the damage you take to your body, though.
I don't know, man.
And then an injury like that at that age, it's gonna take her a very long time.
I think
to
Alex
recover.
is just riding the passion.
I'm still passionate about Holly Holm. I still think she could still fight for the belt. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sipping on, I'm not hating on nobody right now.
It's what she's fighting
time.
at 25 or I'm sorry, she's fighting at 45. What's she fighting at?
Well, she was fighting at 45. I believe that was for the Amanda Nunez, right? And the 235,
right?
But then who was that? Who was the 235 before? It was Chris Cyborg.
Well, when you start throwing these numbers at me, I'm definitely not going to remember.
All right, man.
This is where Hector comes into play. At the end of the day, though, all I'm saying is I feel Holly Holm has been through a tremendous amount of wars, and also her prior career to this with kickboxing. She was a champion. You take a beating over time. I mean, at that age, 39, 40, and everything that she's accomplished, I just don't see that run being there. I'm sorry.
I just say it's a freak accident. Heal up, and I'm excited to see when you announce your next fight.
It's Father Time, bro. You can't escape Father Time.
Look what happened to Tony Ferguson after he got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'm just in the defense mode because that's hitting me too. All right.
Hey, brother.
Father Time.
Hey, the 30s are the new 20s. All right.
All right. Let's move it on. BJ Penn to run for governor of Hawaii. What do you guys think of this?
Boom.
I can see that. A lot of sport. I don't like when sports athletes run for any type of political office.
Are you
stuff.
referring to Pacquiao and stuff?
Well, just in general, like I don't really care
this
for
one.
it.
I think it's this one, right?
I don't know.
There you go.
What? All right. Let's be real here.
Now, obviously, the whole bar fights and everything, I don't agree with. But, I mean, I feel like he would be okay for the governor of Hawaii.
Yeah. So, what type of things has he done out in the community to lead himself to?
I wouldn't be able to answer.
Right. Neither can I. But but I'll be honest here. Nothing he has done that I've overheard over time has stood out. And generally, like if you're like a Manny Pacquiao, a former fighter, the things that you do in your community usually get light shined on.
Oh, yeah.
With all the stuff that BJ Penn has done wrong and over time, you would think that some of that good stuff would have come to light if in fact that's true. I'm pretty sure he's not out in the streets. I'm pretty sure he's not out there hustling. This is probably the same gimmick as Tito Ortiz, and it's just or Arnold Schwarzenegger in California. It's just another way to put a face to a name and to get people to like you and to and to gather some sort of like following. It's a team thing. I don't like it. I think it's quite sad, to be honest with you. I don't think BJ Penn necessarily has the capable tools. I might be mistaken. Please educate me. Drop it in the comments below. Looking forward to reading it. At the end of the day, that's my opinion. BJ Penn, Tito Ortiz, Arnold Schwarzenegger, none of these guys were qualified to even be in the positions that they were. It's just you got a little money, you got a little fame, you could do what you want in this world because we're in a simulation.
Now, like our fans say, we're a bunch of casuals, so we don't know what we're talking about over here. So we're just kind of rolling off the dome here.
Alex, don't get PC on me, bro.
Dude,
I got an opinion, and I'm sticking to it, all right?
I'm trying to say PG over here, man. I'm like, yo, we've been making a lot of good connections. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at the end of the day, I don't think fighters should be put in that position. You lock them in cages, you try to have them kill people. I mean, and then you want to have, I don't know.
People that want to go into political stuff, go school.
You go to college. Thank you, my guy. You go to college, you study.
I'm not going for governor. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out that people that go into politics like that, they go to school for years in order for them to do that.
Yeah.
Has BJ Penn? No, I'm not saying that he hasn't gone to school, but has he gone to school to learn about that?
Right. So in other words, I think we're protecting the integrity of the politics more than anything.
Exactly.
But isn't he? I mean, I don't know. I am a casual, like our fans say. Isn't he born and raised in Hawaii though? Wouldn't he know?
I'm born and raised in California. Does that make me qualified to be a governor?
Hey,
let's be real.
At this point,
point made. That's point
I'm
made.
probably qualified more than this governor. I'm just saying.
And you're the one that took it. See, and he wanted to stay PC. It's probably my fault.
I was just saying.
Well, hey, at the end of the day, boys, I love it. All right.
I'm just saying, dude. Oh my God, we were just like 15 minutes into the show. We're already freaking roasted hard. I'm sweating.
Welcome back, boys.
I know, welcome back, guys.
Easy.
Next up, the next current event: Anthony Joshua officially invokes rematch clause for Alexander Usyk rematch.
Don't do it. Don't do it, my friend.
It's I mean, he had no other option. He had
one option after Sunday.
Yes, he did.
He had one option.
He did. Do you want to save it for right now, or do you want to save it for later?
I say we save it right now. Let's do it right now.
All right, let's do it right now.
So me and Alex watched the fight on Sunday. Amazing fight.
Oh,
amazing.
best fight.
Best heavyweight fight.
But let's save the fight, that part for the fight.
So here was Alex threw that out there, and he's like, so Usyk, Fury, same card.
Yes.
Joshua, Wilder.
For the second place.
For the second fight. So whoever wins out of them two gets the winner of Fury and Usyk.
Bro.
Well, it's hard for me because I don't think Wilder should get the immediate rematch or even like within a fight or two.
It wouldn't be an automatic rematch.
Right, but I'm saying within a fight or two. I don't think he needs to have one fight to get back to the belt. I think he needs to knock out a couple dudes, get that momentum back. This is the third time he's fought Tyson Fury. All three times are almost basically Tyson Fury, if we're being honest here.
But that's the difference between in UFC. If you get that main event fight and you lose, then automatically you have to fight another one or two guys depending on who you are.
Unless you're Conor McGregor.
Unless you're Conor McGregor.
Unless you're specific fighters. Unless the fight ends in a freak accident or something.
But in boxing, it doesn't work that way. You can get the main event without having to fight.
Well, it's in their contracts as well.
Yeah, and it's in the contracts as well. I don't know how the UFC contracts work, but
that's what I'm saying. I understand Anthony Joshua has the right to get that immediate rematch. I don't like it. I think you lost. You should take. I don't know. The rematch clause is not good for boxing, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it gets these big fights, and we're going to keep rewatching, right? But I do think that's the fight to make. If you make Joshua Wilder and you make Fury Usyk, that's going to clear up and make everything like all hominous.
Like
It'll
you
give
say,
you
it
an
would
undis-
unclog the division.
It would
It will
unclog
give you an
the
undisputed
division.
champion, is what it'll give you between
Yeah.
Usyk
Yes.
and Fury, and then after that,
bro.
At this point, we
That's
should
the only
we
thing
kind
that
of
would
demand an undisputed champion. We've been asking for that for a long time. That's why we wanted Joshua
Yes, sir.
to fight Fury, and we wanted it to be the real deal. But unfortunately, Joshua just can't get it done over a multitude of times.
at least not the first try. But as we all
Yeah.
know, on the second round, he always comes up. and
Well,
wins,
he fought
but-
Anthony Reeves, who didn't take that fight
But
serious.
I think
'cause-
Usyk is good. Is a different.
I shouldn't say
boxing.
that. He just didn't. It didn't look like he trained as much.
One
as
his
he did
own
the
words.
first one, yeah.
He he didn't. He
Yeah, that
said
was his
he
own
was-
words, right?
But Usyk
Yeah.
isn't or what's his name?
Anthony Reeves. Yeah.
Anthony Reeves. I think Usyk, the way he manhandled Joshua in this one,
Yes.
he's gonna manhandle him again if he gets that rematch. And
Ah.
that was abysmal to watch him fight like that too.
Yeah.
And that was the day of his wedding, dude. We were all watching the fight. We're like, let's watch it.
That was
Y'all were
wild.
watching the fight. I spent about 5 seconds on the Rosenstruck fight, and I was running.
Well, I mean, I was
running, drinking,
I was working,
dancing.
but I was
yeah.
in between takes. I wasn't working.
Hector
so
was working.
He
I
was.
working.
All right. Next current event: Chuck Liddell arrested, jailed. That was today, actually, right? Today or
he's-
yesterday?
Today.
Yeah, yesterday.
was
He
today.
got let go
Yesterday.
today.
Yeah.
He's out. So he actually put an Instagram post up, and it goes as followed. Last night, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department deputies who responded were professional. While the information about this case will be revealed in due course, I believe it's important to convey and clarify a few facts about the situation. I was a victim of the incident last night at our family home, as details of the case will reveal. The deputies informed me that my wife would be arrested as I did not respond to her assault while I sustained bruising and lacerations. I volunteered to go in her place. This was one of the many times that I have tried to shield a family mental health issue from the public purview. It has become painfully apparent that this cannot continue, as our private life has now reached a public breaking point. Please respect our privacy as I help to navigate our family through this difficult time.
That sounds like he did something
Oh.
stupid.
No, because he was talking about he took the fall for his
Why would
wife.
he put it on social media though?
Well,
You would
because
think he'd keep that
the
in private.
Well, 'cause
flack
the
that he
headlines-
was getting, man, the heat that he was getting. Well, I mean, I obviously clearly you think it's one sided until you hear other
Yeah.
things. I clearly thought it was Chuck Liddell. He had some issues going on, whatever the case may be. Right? You always kind of wonder about a fighter and their mental health after their career's over, and they take fights after they shouldn't, and such. Right? But as I read that, it kind of just helped me reflect a little bit to take a step back and say you never really know what's going on. And although we may never know the entire truth, we'll have an idea of what's going on in due time. I think it is best to respect that privacy and not really speculate too much about what happened and what's going on. It is just really sad that people go through those things, and it's more common than it should be.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you hit it right on the nail head. I can't speak on it. Obviously, more stuff is coming out. This just happened, yesterday or today?
Yeah.
So, you know what? We'll just wait till things come out. I don't know. I can't really speak anything else on it. So,
There you go.
all right, let's move on to some fight recaps. We had 2 fights happening early in the day. We had UFC Vegas, was it 39? Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez.
What a heater, bro.
Oh my God, what a great! Honestly, I feel like I got spoiled because we had a great morning of fights. Great, early afternoon, I guess you say, and then, oh my God, the Tyson Fury fight versus Wilder. Oh my God, it was just insane. But let's get into Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez.
You say you were spoiled. I think I was spoiled. I actually got to go to lunch during this fight, and I actually got to watch the entire fight because I had an hour and 15-minute lunch.
Nice.
I got to watch this, and this was a complete battle of styles.
Yes.
It was literally the battle of styles. Mariana Rodriguez has the striking, and she does it well. But she cannot really do well in regards to the ground game in comparison to Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern put on a world-class showing on how to maneuver and manipulate positions and control dominant positions and just kind of have the fight your way when it's on the ground. But when it came to striking,
vice versa.
Yes, you can clearly see there was a deficit there, and Mariana Rodriguez outshined her tremendously when it came to the striking. So it was a battle of the styles, and I was honestly concerned because I felt Mackenzie Dern could have gotten it done.
Dude, was it end of the first and end of the second when she was on top of Marina? I was like,
with them elbows,
dude,
it was vicious.
But I want to say it was a first or second and third when she ended on top. But it was just like, dude, you could see just one slip up, Mackenzie Dern could have taken it. One slip up, Marina could have KO'd Mackenzie Dern. And I'm like, dude, the striking on Mackenzie Dern, I was like, put your hands up, because Marina's going to get you.
She had jello arms. You could tell. It was
they were hanging low, and her coach was screaming, put your hands up. She's like, okay.
Yeah. But, she was able to still withstand, the barrage of punches and make it all the way through and try to the very last second to pull that win out. And I give her all the respect in the world. Like, yes, you could definitely see there's some things to work on and there's some deficits, but what she does it tremendously well. And as she continues to get this experience, she's going to be a problem. She's going to be a problem.
Well, not only that, for both of them, I felt like they needed each other to improve themselves. Marina needed to fight someone in the grappling department with Mackenzie Dern's skill set, and then Mackenzie Dern needed to fight someone that's a striker to improve her skill set. So it's kind of like a win-win for both of them.
Yes.
And for fans, bro, I applaud both of you. That was such a good fight to watch.
Awesome fight night for
awesome
sure.
Fight.
Awesome fight afternoon for us.
Excellent. So what do we have here?
We have Marina Rodriguez speaking on the next title shot being deferred to Carla Esparza after the UFC Fight Night 194 victory. So she says, Carla is the one that should have been getting the title shot now, not Zhang Wei Li. If the UFC does offer me a title fight ahead of her, who am I to say no to it? But I would much prefer let her go fight for a title, get the belt, and then we do the rematch for the belt.
Ooh.
That to me sounds a little suspect. Can you go back to that slot?
Yeah.
Thank you. So what I'm taking from this is when she says she'd much rather have the rematch, she'd rather let Carla Esparza do it. I think she feels like maybe she has a better shot against Carla and not Zhang Wei Li, and so maybe that's why she's riding for her so much.
No.
That's my opinion. Because if we're being honest here, Carla Esparza has done really well, and she's the Cookie Monster. She's earned a lot. She's fighting her way to the top. But Zhang Wei Li is putting on a hell of a performance against Rose Namajunas before getting knocked out, and as well as Joanna Jędrzejczyk. If we're gonna be honest here and like let's be real, a lot of these fighters don't get to drop down to the bottom after they lose the title fight. They stay towards the top. Look at Justin Gaethje, still the number 2 guy. You know what I'm saying? Dustin Poirier, when he lost, he still stayed towards the top. I'm just saying, you got Conor McGregor who loses 4 or 5 times in a row. Motherfucker still got a shot.
Bro.
All right,
Jason coming in with the heaters.
This is
today.
my thing. I don't think Marina would want to fight Carla because Carla is pure wrestling background and she has really good striking. Oh. That's a nightmare for Marina.
Oh.
Yeah, but I believe Marina has the reach, and if she already has the experience with her, she's probably not afraid
Carla
to get back.
Esparza has even more experience, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying they've already fought each other, right? So she's probably going in there not afraid.
Yeah, true, but I don't know because you know what? I think she would want Carla Esparza to fight Rose because Rose could probably still retain the belt, and that would be a striker versus striker. You wouldn't have to fight Carla Esparza. I think that would make more sense. Also, too, with Rose and Zhang, I didn't think that was even closer. How you were saying, like,
no, I was being a little hype.
Yeah, you were being a little hype because all I saw was a freaking kick that knocked out Willie Zhang into wherever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, I was being a little hype, but the momentum for Zhang Wei Li prior to going into that fight was tremendous. I mean, she definitely
was a lot of hype.
She had the fight of the year against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and some people might have thought that Joanna won. But I felt Zhang Wei Li won for sure. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's I don't know. You could just tell that she's still in the top of the division. And I think if Carla and Zhang Wei Li were to fight, Zhang's gonna take it all day.
Yeah,
all day.
Maybe out of them two, but
damn,
we'll see, man. I don't know. It's a very interesting comment to read. It's just I don't know. There's a lot of hidden layers behind that. I don't think she's scared though, but it's just it would be like it would favor her.
I wouldn't call it scared. Just more like she
would favor her in the rankings. Yeah,
I mean, she has a better. She might have a better shot that way. She feels more comfortable or more stylistically,
better matched up. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, but all right.
Nah, they ain't scared.
No, not one of the fighters are scared. Like, that's ridiculous to say.
Never.
I'll take that back, dude. Sorry.
No.
I don't want kicking my ass there.
So we also got Marina Rodriguez speaking on Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So was I. But she says she shouldn't even be ranked anymore at this point because she's been out of action for so long. She's holding a very important spot in the rankings, and there's so many girls trying to fight twice a year, 3 times a year to get that spot, and that spot is locked.
Oh,
that goes back to what Jason said earlier.
Now, not only maybe she's setting this fight up because this would be striker versus striker, and bro, I would love to see this fight.
But I'm still picking Joanna on that one.
Oh, you want to pick Marina?
I don't think anybody's a better striker than Joanna besides Zhang.
Bro, how about Rose Namajunas, who catered her the first fight?
Well, when I think striking, I don't really think about the kicking as per se much. But yeah, Rose is she's a striker. She's a striker. She's one of the best. Yeah.
She's my favorite. I'm just saying. I'm super biased. She's my favorite.
I'm talking about volume and mixing it up. And stylistically, I think Joanna has better striking.
God, I hope they make this fight. And I'm already seeing this fight, and I'm like, this could headline, or this could be the start of a pay-per-view easily.
It's just Rose, yeah, exactly. It can. I think Rose just knows how to get it done. She's got something in her that all these people don't. But that doesn't mean that all these people aren't better than her at certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain place, certain time, right momentum. Rose can get it done.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's also can be beat. Okay, let's be real.
And she has in the past, but she's gotten better. She's the only fighter who lost her and got it back though too.
I never said nothing about that. I'm
just saying, bro. Hey, you want to go hard on my girl Rose? Get ready, bro. I'm like Pat Barry. She's the best ever, dog. I'm just saying.
It's more I'm going hard on Carla and on Marina.
All right, where do you got going on next?
We got Mackenzie Dern reacting to the main event loss, and she says, "Thank you, everyone, for all the support. Yesterday wasn't the result I was training for, but this fight is the biggest learning experience for me. Now I have a lot to look back on and fix to become a better fighter. For sure, a submission would have been great, but to have these rounds for me and to work on is such a blessing. Congrats, Marina, for the win. I hope you enjoyed the fight, and thanks, Dana White, for the fight of the night bag. Thank you to my family, my team, my friends, and everyone who continues to support me. Let's go."
Honestly, what a great fight. Those girls put on a performance, and the women broke a history, I believe. Women's sweep bonuses at UFC Fight Night 194. First time in UFC history, the Fight Night bonuses have been distributed entirely to females.
I love that this is, making history.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it should have already been done, right? But perfect time, perfect place.
Yeah.
The women took over, and they showed out. Fight Night 194 in the books, history. Women swept, got all the money.
Dude, it was really good, man. If you guys did not watch it, that's a fight worth watching. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go into the fight of the decade, fight of the century, heavyweight. Dude, quiet. That fight was so good.
Best heavyweight fight of all time.
Now I know you're hating, dude. Now I know you're hating.
I don't know about best heavyweight fight of all time, but it's up there.
Dude, it's
up there.
For me. I mean, dude, I thought that was really, really good, man. It had everything you want in a fight. You wanted, dominance from your fighter or whatever, and then, him fighting through some adversity, and then we'll get into, what was it, that fourth round?
That fourth bogus round? Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the scoring on that? I don't know much about boxing as far as the scoring pertains. I thought that was a 10-8. I didn't think that was a 10-7.
No, I think that Vegas is tremendously biased on Deontay Wilder. He's American. Of course, they're going to have a little bit of favor towards that. I truly felt that, no, it was definitely a 10-8. 10-7, it would have had to been much more one-sided than that. I mean, a 10-8 is even still, I'm kind of like,
Well, a 10-8 would make sense. I'm like, oh, yeah, he got knocked down twice. But what do you...
that one knockdown to me, though, felt like it was a trip. If I'm being honest, it looks more like a trip. You can call it a knockdown.
The first one?
Yes, the one
in the corner?
Yes, towards the corner, towards the ropes.
I told you that
it was more like a trip. It wasn't like it just didn't have the right feeding, the right foot up under him. That's how it looked like to me.
I thought it hit the temple, and then it was like kind of those delayed reactions where he was just like trying to find his feet, and then he like fell forward. That's what I saw.
Somewhat, but I felt like they got more tangled up in still a bit of a clinch, and that still allowed for his
His
feet to not
balance
be
to-
yeah.
to not be planted. I don't think it was more so on the punches. It could have been a combination. But to me, maybe 1.5 knockdowns. Either which way, 10-8, I'm fine with. 10-7, blasphemy.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused. Like 10-7, and we looked at the
and Fury still threw more punches in that round,
I don't
which is
know how-
crazy.
I don't even know how. So we look at the score. It was more than double. Tyson Fury did more than double. How were the judges or the commentators saying like, "Oh, this fight's really close"? What?
I don't.
Once again,
Well,
the
they had-
bias for Wilder, and it blows my mind because it's like they're trying to alter your perception on what fight you're watching and the previous history of those fights. It's like we all watched the first fight and the second fight, and we know Tyson Fury basically won both those fights. Now, let's be 100% honest. It was probably like 10 seconds and a quarter as well before Fury sat up when he got knocked down that one time. It was very close.
I told you about
maybe
the count
a little
though too,
late.
right?
Yes, maybe
Yeah,
a
he
little
did,
late.
yeah.
You know, and then
late.
there
It
was
was
this
really
controversy on this one where he was knocked down and he stopped to tell Wilder to step back or something along those lines. There's some controversy. You know how it always goes in these fights.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, the better man won.
Did you hear what Wilder's coach said after the fight?
No,
That,
what'd he say?
He broke his hand, and he
did,
broke.
yeah.
Oh, that's why
they-
he was messing with his hand the whole
they
time. Remember
revealed
that?
The,
Yeah.
they revealed the X-ray and it was like right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
But
I
I mean,
think.
but
He fought through that until for 11 rounds.
Dude, Deontay Wilder did a phenomenal job, man. I ordered the pay-per-view thinking, I was like, man, I don't know how this fight's going to be. Usually the second fight or the third fight, they're not really as good as like the earlier ones, like the first or second, right?
Yeah.
That's always been my opinion.
They should have
The
been a
third
third
one was
one.
the best.
Dude, the third one was sick. I got my money's worth and some, dude.
Yeah,
I was
for sure.
so...
I don't think they should have had a third one because I feel Fury won both of those fights. But
well, definitely
Agreed,
now.
agreed.
Now
But
it's
now
the
it's
nail in the
like-
coffin. It's done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
done.
I agree.
That fight was
And he
amazing.
came in at 277 pounds, probably the heaviest heavyweight has ever weighed ever. And that was a tremendous performance to come in there and be so heavy and to not really be at your best and to come through the adversity and to still put on a performance like that is like absolutely
How much weight did Deontay Wilder put on for this fight? Because I know there
I
was
think he came in at 233, so I'm not sure what he weighed in prior to that, but I know he came in heavier this time as well.
The commentators were saying that Deontay Wilder had put on more muscle specifically for this fight, and I'm like, wait a minute, for
I
boxing,
don't see it being like 15 pounds maybe.
maybe, I don't know, but I just felt like if you're putting on more muscle, I mean, in boxing you need more endurance, right? Because you need to have more of the output. Unless you're trying to get him out in the first couple rounds.
Depends. You might need some density in order to withstand these punches.
True,
So
man. True.
you might not want to come in too lean or too,
Yeah.
not strong. I don't know. I'm not a boxer.
Yeah, and then another thing, dude, Deontay Wilder I felt like, yes, he lost the fight, but I felt like he lost really nothing, man. The amount of respect he got in this fight, that we saw how tough he was. His stock kind of grew, I felt, in a way, It's not like he lost, got KO'd, and then boom, everyone's going to forget about him. No, everyone knows Deontay Wilder. Like, dude, he put up a freaking great fight against Tyson Fury.
For me, it was more like he earned his position back and to the conversation because the way he handled himself after the second fight and such, it was kind of just like a turnoff. And the way he came out and performed, it just allowed me to say, okay, you know what? Although he may, not say the best things that we enjoy or have all these excuses and such, he still tries to die on his shield. You know what I mean? He really wants to go out on his shield, and he made sure that happened. I mean, you could tell he was out a couple rounds, maybe, on the 9th, 10th, you could tell he was starting to fade off.
Dude, I called it 11th round, remember?
You did call it 11th
I was like, dude, it's going to end in the 11th.
Yeah.
But, what were we going to say?
Oh, so I Googled the weight from the Fury Tyson 2. He came in at 231.
And then this specific fight was
238. So he only
7 pounds more.
only 7 pounds more.
Did he just put more muscle, like just lean muscle, or what?
Probably because
Yeah, they made it seem
would've-
like it was much more weight.
Yeah, they made it seem like he added like 20 pounds to him or something.
He looked exactly the same when he did the second in the first fight. He didn't look like he got any bigger.
Yeah, they were just talking.
It's
The
just-
commentators, you know how boxing.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I don't know why they're saying that he's heavier, but I liked how Fury used his weight against Wilder the entire fight, dude.
Getting him tired, putting all his weight on
that
there.
Wilder would wrap him up, he would just lean into him. And I
But
was like,
to add to that, weren't we screaming like, "Go, give him a break, like back up, give us some space, you can land the punch right now."
Yeah, he should have created some more space. He could have definitely,
Yeah, but anytime he would use his uppercuts a lot though. And some of those uppercuts landed perfectly that would daze him.
Yeah, Fury was doing really good by mixing it up. He was still able to, continue to throw those shots. Yeah. And they weren't all powerful, but they were definitely hurting.
Not only that, to be honest, after watching that third one, if let's say Joshua versus Deontay Wilder go at it and Deontay Wilder wins again, and let's say Usyk and Fury go at it and Fury goes again, I wouldn't mind seeing a fourth one, kind of like that Pacquiao versus Marquez fight. When the fourth one, when Marquez came out of nowhere and KO'd Pacquiao to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Pacquiao had won all three previous
exactly.
ones.
Except for the fourth.
That's why you don't really provide somebody that opportunity, but whatever.
But you never know, dude. After that fight, that would be a no-brainer to sell, especially if Deontay Wilder solidifies his number 2 position, and then Tyson Fury still retains all the belts, gets unifies all the belts.
I'm from a different side where I think you know what? You've already given him enough time a day. John Jones shall never fight DC again. Conor McGregor shall never fight Dustin Poirier again because he's going to lose every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion.
I don't know, man. I would be down to see a fourth one, to be honest. So that's just me.
I mean, no, I think 3 is it, and that's it.
You think so?
Yeah.
But you never know.
He fights Usyk for the belt, unifies it, retires, deuces. I'm out.
He needs
no more boxing.
Yep. We'll see.
He goes out as a unified champion. Deuces.
Yeah, you should.
And he just
it doesn't get any better than that.
And then just to put more salt on the wound, he gives Wilder all the belts. He's like, here you go, buddy. Second place gets all the belts.
Oh,
just to put more salt on the wound.
Kick walls down, man. Jeez.
Hardcore.
Because you live hardcore. You know where that's from?
School of Rock.
School of Rock. He didn't even get the reference. I told him that earlier.
Long way.
I remember the movie.
All right, guys. Let's go into some fight announcements. These are some fights that got announced over the week.
Let's do it.
And we have quite a bit to get into today. UFC 267, 2 title fights. We have John Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira versus Jan versus Corey Sandman Hagen.
Oh, this is the free pay-per-view. Right?
Now, this is the exclusive ESPN Plus for ESPN Plus fans, subscribers. Don't you? Okay. I was going to say, I thought you were going to give me some booze over here, but you essentially get a free pay-per-view. But this one starts at 1 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. 1 p.m. Pacific time. So it's an early pay-per-view, guys. Early.
I'll be at work.
I'm not complaining about free anything. Okay? I'm not. But what I will say is don't try to slap a bow on a pig and call it a cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, we know what this is. This is a great fight night. Unfortunately, there's some titles on the line. Like Jan Glover Teixeira, that's it's a good fight, but it's not like woo. And Jan and Sandhagen, both guys are coming off losses. Now Islam Makhachev and Dan Hooker, that's a good fight. That's a fight I would like to see. That could even be a headline for a pay-per-view.
Wait. Hold on. Well, how is this 2 title fights? How is Jan and Corey Sandman Hagen fighting for a title? Didn't Jan just lose his title to Aljamain Sterling?
Jan lost, and Sandhagen lost to TJ Dillashaw. Yet they both get the title shot for an interim belt.
Oh, interim. They made it seem like it was for the belt.
Sterling's having issues with his neck.
Oh,
and,
okay.
He pulled out, so...
Well, that will be October 30th. Well, it'll be right before Halloween, so...
No, it's cool. I'm glad there's a fight. I'm just saying, don't try to put makeup on something and be like, look at what I gave you.
You know what? I appreciate what the UFC is doing. Give me a free pay-per-view, kind of easing up on my wallet right now. Because the big one's coming up. UFC 268, Usman versus Covington 2. Namajunas versus Zhang 2. And Gaethje versus Chandler. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good.
Now this one here, I'll just hand over the wallet right now. Now that's what I call a pay-per-view, bro.
That's a straight up pay-per-view. That's the one you pay the big bucks for. Gaethje versus Chandler, who do you got right now?
Justin Gaethje.
Ooh. Me too, man. I'm leaning over Gaethje.
He's too violent, bro.
Those are lame.
No, man. No, if we're betting money, I'm kind of leaning with Gaethje on this one.
I'll bet money.
Now, yeah. For this fight?
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
You got Gaethje?
Yeah.
I'll go for Chandler.
You want to bet both of us?
No, just one of you.
No, yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, how much?
$5?
Yeah, I'll do $5. That's fine. I'll do $5 on it.
Oh,
All right, Rose. Thug Rose versus Weili Zhang. You know who I'm picking. Thug Rose all day.
Ooh.
Any takers on that bet?
Ooh.
I remember
Jason-
you were
Jason
all
wants
high and mighty
Jason
over here.
wants to.
Jean-Wei Lee.
How much? For us, you really knew who we were going to pick.
$10.
Ooh.
All right, $10.
A la madre.
Now, the main event. Now, this one's kind of, all right, obviously.
None of us are going
If
for
I'm betting, if I'm
bronze.
legit betting, I'm leaning Usman because Usman has been fighting more often than Covington. But Covington was no joke during the first fight. Granted, that was, how many, like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Give or take?
Yeah. Well, I think that once that fight had happened, both guys left a piece of each other in that ring.
Yeah.
And Usman has continued to fight after that. He's remained active. He hasn't really took much of a beating, and even though he does fight, he still comes out on top. So I'm picking Usman.
Not only that, Usman's striking has been getting better and better and better through per each fight. So I'm actually really nervous what he's going to do against Covington because last time they fought, Usman broke Covington's jaw.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, once it's broke, it can be broken.
I don't know. I don't even mind Covington as a competitor. It's just, dude, Usman's just vicious now, dude. He's like remember when he's like put some respect on my name? You could feel that.
Yeah, it was intense, but he deserved it, and I definitely respect the hell out of that dude, and I pick Usman against the entire division.
Yeah, and that will be November 6th, Saturday on pay-per-view.
Oh, what? November 6th?
Yes.
Same day as the Canelo fight?
Oh, that's going up against the Canelo. Caleb Plant versus Canelo. What?
Oh, my. Well.
Oh, we're going to have double fights going at the same time.
Oh, might as well. Ooh,
That's going to be on the zone. But boxing's a little different. I'm wondering if they're going to wait because Canelo knows. I think they waited for the George Masvidal versus Usman fight last time, too. Remember? They waited for the Canelo fight?
Yep.
You don't remember that?
No.
So
I just remember watching the fight. I don't remember
Usman versus George Masvidal was on Fight Island. It was promoted like crazy. And boxing, Canelo had to wait for that fight to be over. They were all wondering why, because the pay-per-view, that fight didn't start till like 10 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Gotta wait till the real fight fans.
But Caleb Plant versus Canelo, that's a different story. That everyone knows, so that one's going to be a freaking fireworks right there. So you're going to have
we
set
didn't
up double
we didn't
TVs.
get to talk about that today. That's so sad. We didn't even get to talk about that, about what happened at the press conference.
Dude, that happened that was happening in September, though.
Yeah,
we've been out.
September.
Huh?
Happened at the end of September.
Yeah, but
It literally just had
all this stuff happened within this week.
But
Everything we're talking about.
yeah, but that freaking press conference.
Why are
was
you
dope.
bringing up old stuff? No.
I
That
know.
press conference was
It
dope.
will come up. It was good. It was good. I'm just saying. Well, let's keep it moving. It's a thing. But good thing you brought it up.
Just go.
All right.
Here we go with this again.
No, November 13th. Dude, why are you hating on this fight? Holloway versus Rodriguez. This is good. This is a good fight. Featherweight bout. Fight night.
Is it because he's old?
No,
No,
I love Max Holloway.
He just doesn't like
he's selling
Rodriguez.
himself short. It's not that I don't like Rodriguez. Well, I'm not the biggest fan, but like I generally don't feel he's earned the number 3 ranking, let alone to fight Max Holloway. First of all, dude's inactive. He's been cut by the UFC, or damn near about to be cut. He missed all kind of tests and stuff. I don't care what your explanations are. At the end of the day, if it gets to that point and we all hear about it, it's a problem. And I don't think you should be rewarded with the Max Holloway fight when you've already had to pull out. You know what I'm saying? Or Holloway had to pull out, but the fight shouldn't be happening.
This one. Dude, I love this fight. Max Holloway, great boxing striker, probably one of the best strikers in the UFC in that his 145 featherweight division. Yair Rodriguez is a creative striker. He's a wild striker. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm going to be getting my popcorn ready because I'm about to see some fireworks on this one, dude.
No, definitely this
one's really going to be really good.
But I feel like it's going to be one-sided. Max Holloway's going to come in with some mortars and blow the roof off.
Yeah, I'm leaning Holloway as well, but dude, you can't count Yair Rodriguez out. He was fighting. He was losing the fight with the Korean Zombie and lands his vicious, I don't know, kind of like weird, lean forward, elbow coming from the back and KO'd Korean Zombie in the last.
Korean Zombie is
5-10
much
seconds?
different than Brian Ortega. And Brian Ortega is much different than Max Holloway. We talking about levels, brother.
All right, man. I'm just saying. I have a feeling this is gonna be a really good fight.
I
But
hope
we'll
it
see.
is. I hope it is, but
Striker.
Holloway all day.
All right, let's keep it moving. Next up, we got Kevin Holland versus Kyle. You're gonna help me out with this one. Dawkins, right? So this is going to be the rematch because the last fight, Dawkins, what was it? They had a clashing of the heads. Kevin Holland got KO'd and got submitted, but the fight was considered a no contest, right?
Yeah, he was knocked out due to the headbutts. Was able to regain consciousness,
But he was completely out.
but he was for sure out. Then within the next couple minutes of the fight, ended up being submitted, and they actually went and reviewed it because they called for it and was able to call it a no contest. I think it's the right thing to do. You definitely want to run it back, and you definitely want to right the wrongs. But I am a bit concerned because Kyle wasn't looking too bad against Kevin in there.
Yeah.
And this was a bit concerning on how that stuff happened. In a street fight, like he said, Kyle would have walked away the winner.
But I mean, none of those events would have happened if that headbutt didn't take place. So you have to run it back, to be honest.
No, you do. Like I was saying, you have to run it back. But once somebody has your number, it's it's hard, man. It's
But
really
did
hard
he
to
have
get
his
that
number
over.
though? Like the fight happened so fast.
At the end of the day, bro, he doesn't matter how it happened. Kevin Holland got knocked out and Kyle was just looking. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, because the head, Kyle's head landed on Kevin's jaw. It wasn't a head-to-head,
which I do acknowledge. But what I'm saying is, let's be real here. If you're in a fight with somebody and you swing and all of a sudden you just see him knocked out and you didn't really do a whole lot, you're like, what the hell?
Well, clearly something happened after they showed the replay. So
which to me would only add confidence on Kyle's side. Like, hey, bro, you doesn't matter what you do. I'm tougher than you. And that's how I'm interpreting it. You know what I mean?
We'll see November 13th, UFC
We
Fight
will
Night.
see.
Dude, I'm excited.
There you
Dude.
go.
I want Kevin Holland to win.
Oh.
I want him to win. I'm a
That's
bigger
it.
fan. I like him.
All right, now we got something juicy going on right here. Number 20th. You want to hit this one?
Crawford versus Porter. I heard about that one about a month ago too, when they were talking about who he's going to fight next.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they fight.
They finally announced it, right?
They finally announced it. Yeah. That's
37 wins, 28 by KOs. That's
a
Crawford.
That's a dope poster. Though.
I
Was
love
Sean
that
Porter
poster.
retired recently?
No.
Sean Porter, no.
No?
No, he was just commentating on
he
the
was.
Fury and
Yeah. That wasn't Sean.
Wilder fight.
He's just not too
Wasn't
active,
Porter?
right?
Yeah.
Hot minute.
That was Andre Ward.
No,
there's
Porter in the
both.
beginning. It was Andre Ward was
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
ringside, and then you had Porter on the top.
Oh, okay. That I did. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was there. Yeah.
Dude, I love watching Porter fights, man.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of his fights previously, and there's no stop to him. He throws everything from the first round to the 12 man.
Yeah.
There's no waiting. Listen, there's no feeler outs. I'm excited for this fight because I don't even know who's gonna win this one.
I got Crawford still.
Yeah, me too. I'm a little biased.
Yeah.
I don't know,
mean,
man.
Porter
Maybe
can-
the night I'll bet on this one. I have to see the weigh-ins. I have to see everything. But you know what? Right now I'm a Porter fan, to be honest. Crawford too. I'm not hating on Crawford whatsoever. I just like Porter a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, what do you have next?
Davis, who should be in jail, versus Romero, December 5th.
Rough.
It's true.
I mean,
I don't even want to speak all that.
Yeah, let's move on. Thank you.
All right, next up, finally, UFC 269, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
now this is the fight, boy.
Now this is what everyone's been waiting for.
That's gonna be
December 11th. I mean, we gotta go with Dustin, bro. We
All
gotta go with
day,
Dustin
baby.
all day.
All day pressure makes diamonds.
Not
Yes,
hating
sir.
on Charles Oliveira. He's earned that title. He's did it the freaking hard way, the hardest way. Also, Dustin Poirier did it the hard way. I'm just leading with our boy Dustin here, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be honest with you,
yeah.
I think the story has been written for Oliveira, and I honestly think, at the end of the day, the truth will be revealed. Dustin Poirier will get that undisputed gold, and he will forever be recognized as one of the best lightweights.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Ooh, and this bombshell just dropped today. Woo! Leon Edwards versus George Masvidal. Super necessary. Like Masvidal said, you're welcome. Saturday, December 11th on the same card.
Yeah, this is awesome, bro. This
on
was
the same card. So what is it, the co-main event?
Yep.
And this is going to be in Las Vegas?
This went from being a $5 3-piece and a soda to a whole goddamn course, boy.
Dude. You know where that came from?
No.
So during the backstage, Masvidal was getting interviewed. Leon Edwards was yapping his mouth at a corner.
Yeah.
And Masvidal, say it to my face. Say it to my face. And they come face to face, and Masvidal didn't even hesitate. He started swinging on him in the backstage. Didn't care. No one was there.
Oh.
And then they interviewed Masvidal. He's like, you know what? I just gave him a 3-piece and a soda. Dude, that immediately, that little quote just made him go super viral. And
that's
man,
a good one. That's a good one.
It's been phenomenal, man.
Now we get the finale. We get the finale to this, and we finally get to see what's going to come of it. And all you can do is really provide these guys the opportunity, and we'll see what happens.
Now, Masvidal just got KO'd by Usman. Leon Edwards just fought Nate Diaz. And won, but in the 5th round, he got rocked by Nate Diaz. The only thing, he was lucky Nate Diaz didn't follow up, because that would have been it for Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
But Masvidal freaking outstriked the crap out of Nate Diaz. So I don't know who's going to win, but I'm kind of leaning towards my boy Masvidal on this fight.
I'm picking Leon Edwards.
Oh! Now this one I could bet you some more. We can bet a lot more on this one. But when we get
20 bones.
When we get closer to the day, it's going to be way more than that for sure.
Damn.
Don't be scared, because that closer
I'm
to that day.
At 20. I'm capped.
Oh man, dude, but definitely when we get closer to that day, trust me, we'll get it up there. But let's keep it going. UFC 270 got announced. Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane, heavyweight unification title bout. Now,
bro, hold on. That poster is basic as
no. This is just like their announcement. This is just an announcement from ESPN.
That's a horrible announcement poster.
Well, it's what
I said what I said.
It's a horrible circumstance for Francis Ngannou as well.
Yeah,
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think it puts Ngannou in a bad position, and it kind of almost adds pressure that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
He just won the belt, and now to have this whole unification of this and that, it almost seems desperate. It's like
for the
I
UFC?
don't like it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're Ngannou, this is the only thing. They have trained together, right? So one of them knows who has the better of the other.
Right, which is, once again, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Both these guys are tremendous fighters, and they both have their own fascinating skill sets. I'm not taking away anything from that. I just think it's already unfair. It's already pretty much shaped in one direction because they add so much pressure to Ngannou, to overcome more unnecessary things than he needs to.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning on Francis on this one. He seems a little pissed. He might just KO.
First round?
Yeah, bro.
Maybe. Dude, have you seen Francis Ngannou KO people?
Yeah, I have. Actually.
Like, y'all want to see a dead body on this one, dude?
I've seen the highlights on YouTube.
Just
I'm
saying,
picking
man.
Ngannou all day.
And then on the same card, man, this trilogy, if this can get any better than the last fight, this trilogy right here, man, Brandon Moreno versus Figueiredo. I can't say it. Divison Figueiredo.
Yeah.
Dude, let's just say that.
And
the last fight was just insane.
And Moreno has been training with Canelo. So,
but not only that, Moreno, that moment when he won the belt.
Yeah, that too.
You could just feel the arena. He was just in awe. And then when all of it was just sinking in, when he got the belt, he's like, "Ya lo hicimos, cabrones, ya lo hicimos." Bro, I wanted to shed a tear, bro, for him, dude. I was like, man, to get into the Ultimate Fighter or the Dana White's Contender Series, get into the UFC, get cut, then come back, and then he put it out there. He's like, I will be champion someday. Nah, maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, but I will be champion someday. And then gets the belt from just hard work, hard Mexican work, dude. I'm just saying. Oh my God, man. I felt that moment. Yeah, that was history in the making right there. And I hope this trilogy lives up to the hype, man.
Yeah, it will, for sure.
Oh, man, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting more goosebumps for this fight than the main event, straight up, to be honest.
Because we know it's guaranteed a banger.
Yes. Now, let's get to the fights that are happening this weekend. We have on DAZN, we have a boxing fight. We have Garcia versus Martin. You want to talk on it?
Yo, I didn't even know about this one.
Oh, you didn't know this was going on?
No.
Mikey Garcia? No? Oh, dude. Well, yeah, it's happening.
That's going to be a good one, though.
In Fresno, California, October 16th.
That's going to be sick.
Yes. And it will be on DAZN.
I won't be able to watch it.
And then we will have, on top of that night, we'll have Aspen Ladd versus Norma Dumont. Now, Aspen Ladd, am I crazy? Did she just miss weight?
She did. So in this fight, she actually had to go up a weight. So now she's fighting at featherweight for this one.
Oh.
Which she's had weight issues the last couple times. So honestly, it's like if they're giving her
More than enough
one
share,
or two
yeah.
last chances. You know?
Okay. Well, there we go.
Best
That
of
will
luck
wrap
to
it
her.
up, man.
Dang, that's a,
Shoot, man.
did they get fined if they miss weight?
It would be, they would lose a percentage of the purse. They would go to the other fighter, and it's just it's really unprofessional for fighters, because that's the first thing you have to do is make weight.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you have to do really in the beginning. So,
So
yeah, just what happened?
sorry. So to go back to the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Sorry.
Dang.
It is
okay.
Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, 1975.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm just saying that. Like,
Well, I mean, when
didn't
you
I say the decade?
I'll argue.
No,
yeah, go ahead,
no,
man.
but when you say the greatest heavyweight fight of all time, you can't put.
Dude, of our
Tyson-
era.
but
I'm
you
just
can't-
saying, dude. Obviously, Muhammad Ali was the GOAT, man. Who we're gonna?
Obviously. Well, I'm just putting it out. You can't put greatest heavyweight fight of all time and not forget about
I'll say it.
the great GOAT of Muhammad
Yes.
Ali.
I'll say it.
Go ahead,
can't.
say it, man. What are you
You
gonna
I'll
say?
say it.
You can't.
Greatest heavyweight fight of all time.
Sure.
Wilder
Nah.
3, best fight of
They're
all
gonna be
time.
there's gonna be someone watching this. You bunch of casuals, Muhammad Ali all day.
Oh no, I was just so biased towards Fury. I'm so glad he won. So to me, it was just like,
Dude, oh
yeah,
my
it was nice.
gosh, it was such a great weekend of fights.
Yeah.
Great month of September for you, man.
Sure
Getting
was.
married. I mean, I couldn't be more happier for you, man. We just
Thank you,
seeing
brother.
you and your photo though, dude, where you were on the rocks.
Oh, please don't add.
I'm not gonna add it, dude, but
Nah,
it was.
you can add it, bro. It's
You
all
want me
right.
to add it? All
Go
right,
ahead.
guys. Meme this photo right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
Michael
thought
Jordan,
that was it. I was like,
the Michael Jordan meme is gonna be retired. We're gonna have the J Smooth.
We're gonna
meme.
have the smooth meme now, dude. It was just one of those where I'm like, he's there, he's so happy. The moment's hitting him. I was like, and I remember before he was walking out there, he had his eyes closed, and it was on the hills of some rocks, and his wife is coming up right behind him. Everyone's telling him, "Wait, close your eyes, don't wait, turn yet," and his emotion just comes, and he's just. I was like, bro, I love that moment for you, but man, when you cry, bro, I was like, damn, you make some ugly faces, bro.
That's why I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do it. I'd rather smile.
But all joking aside, man, I'm so happy for you and Anna, man. It was an awesome
Appreciate it.
wedding,
Yes, it
and
was.
I'm just happy to be there for you, brother. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
glad you guys were there, man.
Yes,
I wouldn't
so-
have had anybody else there, and you guys all played an integral role into this, man, and to a lifetime of happiness.
Yes, man.
Yes.
And to that, we say,
We
Thank
love you,
we love you.
and don't
Be-
forget.
oh, watch Squid Games on Netflix.
Oh my God, you had a
Hey,
good
no
one.
free promo.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Remember,
Watch it.
guys, be ringside.
We love you.
Bye.